Hello there, Bradley from B-Rad TV here, and I've done 1 year sober. 1 year without alcohol. I did it. Sorry for the delay for this video. I was going to do something on the 1st of January, even include a bit of a physical transformation there, but I've been sick, like properly sick. The worst sickness I've had in ages. This is the best I've felt in days. And was it like the 7th of January, and I haven't been to the gym this year yet. I was just busy and doing a lot at the end of December last year. I woke up in 3 different continents in 6 days, which is a record even for me, and that's not being clever flying, saying I went to bed on a plane or anything, slept up there. This is me going to sleep in a bed on the ground, waking up and having breakfast. 3 continents in 6 days, travelling to my parents, travelling to grandparents, and then getting home for the new year to be with my girlfriend. And I woke up January 1st and I was just so done. So this is the best I've felt in days, and I told myself, right, I'm going to the gym today no matter what. Woke up, had my pre-workout, couple of sips, I'm still coughing up green chunks. My energy levels are back, my head's not cloudy, my throat's not on fire. I say I'm still coughing stuff up, so I'm just going to take maybe a couple more days. Yeah, here we are, 1 year sober. Ba-ba! Physically, of course, everything's a lot better, but that's what I didn't want to do a video as well when I was sick. It's like, be healthy like me, don't drink alcohol, and get sick. Amazing. So I didn't even want to do anything, but say we keep it real here at B-Rad TV. I didn't want to delay it any more than a week into January. My last drink was New Year's Eve, well before midnight 2023, and I haven't had a drink now this year either, so 1 year sober. My 0 to 6 months, I did a physical transformation there. I can show you some pictures and videos here. I wanted to get lean, get cut to promote and advertise my B-Rad bedroom body book, available Amazon, paperback, Kindle, if anyone's interested in my fitness knowledge and nutrition knowledge and workouts you can adapt for home, gym, hotels, all sorts of things. So that was the 6-month mark. I set that target and I smashed that. No drinking, 6 months, did that, brilliant. Loads of videos, loads of views, sold some books, and proved to myself I hadn't done a transformation in years, and I did it and it was brilliant. And then I was going to end the year strong and say even do a physical thing for the 1st of January, but having some days off and now being sick for a week. I'm not on my A game, so didn't want to, but this was me at the beginning of the year and this is me at the end of December. So I wouldn't have lost all the mass and size, but I would have been a bit more soft around the edges. But ending the year pumped and strong, apart from this cold, and I'll be getting back to the gym straight away. No alcohol with going to the gym, it's like a no-brainer. Obviously, I'm going to the gym more. I'm not waking up hungover. I'm in a good routine because I'm getting up early. I want to eat good because I'm training. So it's all like a spiral that goes up. Because if you're like hungover, you don't go to the gym, then you eat junk food, then you might have anxiety and fear. What did you do the night before? You sit in a room, beat yourself up, your self-esteem goes down, and the next day you might wake up not hungover, but you're emotionally low, and then it can just spiral down again, so you want to drink more and it just spirals down. Not drinking allows you to, well, physically work out. You're not hungover, so go to the gym, it starts the spiral going upwards. Calorie wise, not drinking calories, I could eat what I want this year, and the transformations were like quick, and even my chubby default was more pumped and lean than ever, which is great and mad. I think I'm getting older, and just by cutting out the alcohol, it's like a game changer, big time. Not drinking calories means I can eat a lot more burgers, waffles. I mean, I've had some crazy food this year. Cue montage! Eating what you'd consider like unhealthy stuff, but in moderation. Like, you can do that when you're not pouring alcohol calories into your face. So that was good. So I've got notes here in case you think I'm looking down. Is that psychological thing? If someone's looking down, they're lying. I've got post-it notes galore here. I wanted to structure this video. I don't normally do that, but here we go. I've got to check my notes. It's so I don't miss anything, and so I've got so many things to say that I'm not going to be able to mention all in this video. I think I'm actually going to write a new book about my relationship with alcohol, because that might help people. And I was going to try and rush something out now for the end of January. So yeah, I considered doing it last year for January, but then I didn't want to put pressure on myself because I thought if I failed at the year, I actually considered, I thought I might fail, that I would have this book and I didn't finish it because I failed. That would have been a double whammy because I failed at writing a book as well. So I didn't write a book. But I might do it now anyway, but I'm going to try and mention a lot of stuff in this video. And yeah, the psychology of that, saying the year and not feeling like failing, I didn't tell anyone at the start of the year. I didn't mention it on here. Didn't say girlfriend, family, friends, no one, that I was going to do a year without alcohol. I knew I was going to. I knew I wanted to, but I told people month by month. and I actually made up excuses. Like, my relationship with alcohol was so bad and weird that I even had to like make up excuses for not drinking it. It's nuts. So first of all, it was dry January. Then birthday in February, I thought, I'll test myself then on my birthday. So I did that. March, I think I ended up staying somewhere that like everything was included, including alcohol. And I thought, let's test myself for that. So didn't drink then. I was looking after my sister. She'd had like an accident, and I was essentially like looking after her for an event we were going to in April. January, February, March, April. That's the right month. And I thought, I'm not going to be a drunken arsehole brother. So that was month 4. And then after 4 months, I thought, well, come on, I only got 2 left now. I can do this to get to 6 months. So I did 6 months. And then the 6-month mark, when that was finished, the 7th month was when I was editing Captain Bradder's Saviour of the Universe.
What the fuck was that?
And alcohol wasn't even in my brain. It's not like I wanted to drink. It's like I didn't want to drink. Nothing. All I cared about, I said, right, I'm getting this film done by the time Deadpool and Wolverine is out. And that's all I cared. That's all existed in my life. I didn't care about my food, my health, nothing. I was finishing Captain Bradder's, and I did that. And then after the 7th month, that I was done. I was just, this is it. I'm doing a year, no problem. And there were a few days, well, a lot of days probably where I was tempted, but at the back of my mind, it was so concrete that I was going to be doing that year. And that's how I got to the year, broke it down like that and told people, yeah. Woohoo! Not drinking hasn't stopped me doing anything. I've still been incredibly mad Bradley, doing what I want and having fun. And say things I haven't done. I haven't woken up somewhere I don't know. I haven't woken up with no memory of the night before. I haven't pissed myself. I haven't been hug-mugged. Yeah, the list of things I haven't is amazing. Yeah. Funny thing that I came up with my girlfriend, we were walking around talking about the phone thefts in London, which I see one a week, someone's phone getting nicked. It's mental. And I said to my girlfriend, only like a month or so ago, that if I hadn't have stopped drinking, I would have had my phone nicked this year. And she just said, yeah, I think so too. And I went, well, hang on, you can't chat shit to me. I can chat shit about myself. And she was like, what? Well, I think you would have done. Because it's really this year the phone theft has gone whoop through the roof, and it's happening all the time. But even during the day, I'd have a few drinks and I'd have my phone listening to music. I never used to have headphones that fit my phone. And I would just put my 340 and whatever and listen to songs. And I'd just dance around coming home drunk. Like in the day and at night time, alone, with her, not with her. And yeah, I actually think that if I'd been drinking this year, I would have had my phone nicked. And she agreed with me, the cheeky so-and-so. And that is another thing I can move on to, is honesty and like my relationships with people. I was always like open like with my girlfriend, but stuff like that, she feels like she can honestly say that about me, to me. Something she did mention as well, went on a family holiday 2023 with like a lot of her family, and because I didn't want to be drinking other people's alcohol, I got 2 big litre bottles of vodka from the duty free and thought, well, there we go, no one can have a go at me, say I'm drinking drinks, or I'm not paying my own way, essentially. I thought I was doing a good thing. And she did agree with me a little bit, my girlfriend, but now this year, she turned around and said that one of her sisters asked her, does Bradley have a problem with alcohol? Just from how I was drinking alcohol, and I didn't get drunk, I didn't throw up, I didn't say anything offensive, I didn't get naked and embarrass myself, I didn't do anything bad, but just me having my own vodka and pouring drinks constantly, I guess. I mean, I was drinking the entire holiday. Yeah, her sister asked, does Bradley have a problem? Do you need to talk or anything? And my girlfriend didn't tell me that at the time, or all of last year. She only brought it up a few months into this year. And that is embarrassing to think that if one person in a family actually said that, maybe others were thinking it. And I thought that was me in my best behaviour. That was me being responsible, grown up and respectable. And it had people questioning if I have a problem. And that was eye-opening and scary. But I say, not drinking alcohol, that wasn't heavy news for me to take. But I mean, it's like my girlfriend's been confident and happy to come and speak to me about my relationship with drink, knowing that I've stopped it, I guess. I don't know. I guess how people see you and talk to you with regards to drink will probably change if you stop drinking. My family, I saw them like throughout the year, and I think they just thought I was doing dry January. Then I mentioned the 6 months, and I showed them a couple of the videos, and they were like, oh wow, really well done. Then I didn't mention the year, and I forgot about it. And then at Christmas, Dad had all this nice whiskey, and I said, oh, I'm doing a year. And he just said, what? Are you still doing that? And I went, yeah. And he's like, what? And then family started saying, oh, you're not going to take a day off on Christmas. I said, no, I'm doing the year. And then like the next day, they'd sort of like come up with excuses in their head saying, oh, you never had a problem. It's just that when you'd come home, obviously we've got a lot of stuff here for you, so, and you'd go over the top sometimes. That's all it was. You'd come home and get drunk, and if I went to like the grandparents as well, they'd have lots of stuff. And he'd say, well, it's understandable, like you're spending money on rent, you're trying to live in London, trying to work, and you don't have a lot of money for stuff yourself, so we just like, when you come home, you just have a bit too much to drink. That was it. So that was going to my family, and it's like they were making excuses for my past behaviour, but then also happy to talk to me about it. Yeah, so that was odd, but all this stuff sort of comes to the surface, and I'm sort of glad that I nipped it in the bud before it got any worse, because I don't want to sit here and dwell and talk about how bad it was in my relationship. Exactly was. It was bad, and I didn't have a great relationship with alcohol. I can clearly see that now, and I really do think I've saved my life by doing this year. Reputation, how that changes and develops when you stop drinking alcohol. Say work colleagues and friends and things like that. I'm going to pick a number now, and it's because this is the length of time for me. It took 4 months for my reputation to change from drinking party animal to, oh yeah, he doesn't drink now. And it was literally for the first 3.5, close to 4 months, I'd see people and they'd say, oh, we're having a drink. And it's like, yeah, you said that last year. You said you weren't drinking. Yeah, sure. We'll get you drinking. You'll have a drink with us. And that was every time I saw new people. It wasn't just like a one-time thing. Every time I met or interact with different groups of people from work, friends, and whatever, everyone said, oh, we'll get you drinking. You like a drink, whatever. And you'll bail again like you did before. Big words, Bradley, but no, you'll have a drink. That had been me for the past 4 years, pretty much. And after the 4-month mark, it totally changed. People were just like, you still not drinking? It changed to that. It was, are you still not drinking? Without all the extra stuff trying to like break me down. It was people saying, well done, or unbelievable. And then people asking me how I did it. It suddenly did a 180. People are asking, how I did it, how I found it. Them saying it's hard. They'd like to do it for more. They start talking about some of their family members, like the old cliche, when other people come to you with their problems and things that are going on with them. And that's been great. People have sort of come to me almost for help, some new sort of beacon of strength from that area of their lives. Like my girlfriend, London's a big drinky thing, a big drinky city, especially like after work. But she's sort of taken the confidence from me, even after a couple of months of the not drinking last year, that she could have one drink after work and then say, I'm going home. Not that she was a big boozer, but she felt weird and felt obliged to do it. And now it's just like the confidence she said that she got from me. She doesn't feel weird saying I'm having one drink and then just saying to her, no, I'm off now. So that's great that I've been able to like motivate and empower someone else. What else? What we got here? Say meeting people. I saw someone the end of December I hadn't seen in like a year, and they I laughed when I said I'm about to do a year without alcohol, and they went, what, you? And they said, the last time I saw you, you were doing the worm, and like drunk, obviously. And the thing is, I can't do the worm when I'm sober, so God knows what I was doing when I was completely smashed. And that was so funny for that to be at the end of the year, to meet someone like, they're like, oh my God, the last time I saw you, you were drunk doing the worm. Like, yeah. I also went to a wedding of a friend of mine, like really good friend, and I knew him and one other persons at the wedding, but I knew there'd be a few people there. It turns out it was like 6 or 7 people that I hadn't seen in over a decade that were in my life, work colleagues from over a decade ago, from my time when I was living in Soho and having counselling and hurting myself and getting in fights, and a checklist of dangerous and toxic behaviours. And at a time where I didn't care about my well-being or future, because as far as I was concerned, I didn't have a future. And I knew there'd be some of those people there. And so it was a wedding as well, so people are drinking there. Luckily I was with my girlfriend, and I hugged her all night. Just didn't hide behind her, but just hugged her all night. And I did go say hello to some people, and I hung out with my friend and then the other guy that I knew there, and I met new people. It was a great day. I'm not tempted to drink. It was just great sparkling water. I had a couple of appetizers. The food was great. It was a great day. But the people there, I didn't speak to them too much, because it would have been too much to say, and all I just felt, I remember getting naked. Like, we were on a London bus once, and I just got naked on the bus. I'm not even going to tell you, it was some of the shit that I got up to. I don't even know if they bore witness to. But all I think I could say to any of those people was, I'm sorry. And yeah. But I mean, I went there, I saw them, I spoke to a couple of them, and I did that. And I wasn't emotionally crippled, I wasn't upset, I wasn't scared. That's what Bradley did, that's who Bradley was. And that is not the man I am now, clearly. So that was, again, towards the end of the year, a rather peculiar but brilliant experience to be in. I guess, say, the mental health, I can segue onto my next point now. I think I'm getting everything here. Mentally, I can't say it's been easy and brilliant, there's been no guilt and shame or anything, because when you're sober, when you're not drinking, all of your mistakes, anything you do, you have to own. You can't fall back on, oh, I was drunk, I was fucked up. Like, anything you do, you wake up with, you've done that. But then, obviously, it's not going to be as bad as you were drunk. But mentally, of course, I'm not waking up any days with no memory of the night before. I'm not waking up thinking, what the hell did I do? What the hell did I say to someone? Oh my God, I've ruined my life. Have I sent drunken messages? What the hell have I done? And that, it didn't wake up with any sort of that guilt or shame or anxiety or fear. It's like, yeah, the fear and anxiety, depression's best friend. So not waking up and spiraling down like that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video with the physical side of everything. I haven't woken up like that. And of course, that's great for your mental health. But obviously, I live in the real world, and there's problems, and there's emotions, and there's fear and doubts and self-doubt and all sorts of things, and you have to deal with that raw. There's no crutch to think, oh, I've had a crap day at work, I'm going to have a drink, that'll take the edge off. Like, I can't remove that pain from my mind anymore. Like, this emotion, this feeling, this pain, I can't drink and not think about it. But that's all it was. The drink would be a numbing agent, you wouldn't think about it, then you'd wake up hungover and still have all the same problems, all the emotions, but now you feel physically crap and probably mentally crap as well. Then you eat more crap food, don't go to the gym, spiral downwards. And you have to sit and breathe, just take a deep breath. Problems, and I'm not going to read this off the thing. Problems and emotions are unpleasant and hard. You have to face them, you have to deal with them. Sometimes there is no dealing, it's just owning it and accepting and living with it. So it's not just like, I say, the guilt and shame, not much this year. Yeah, I've made mistakes and things like that, but nothing compared to the past. But then I still wake up with the guilt and shame from the past. So many mistakes, so many, I could say regrets, but then regret implies I'm like pouring energy into it. There are things I did that I wish I hadn't done. Everyone has that. And there is guilt and shame. Some days you feel it, some days you don't feel it. Just sit and breathe and accept that that is not who you are or where you are right now. You're a flawed, emotional, perfectly imperfect human being who wants to learn and grow and change. And you can be a living example of that, as I am now. And some of the crutches, like emotional and dopamine crutches, have presented themselves. That's the thing, removing that alcohol as an emotional and life crutch, as a coping mechanism. Say other red flags and behaviours present themselves. Dopamine hits, porn, online shopping, the lottery, scratch cards, like energy drinks I started chugging. So all of those things, it's like if I was having a tough time or anything, it's like somehow they'd work their way in. I spent so much on the lottery. That's actually what I'm doing this month now, January. Of course, I'm not drinking. I'll get onto that later in the future, but it's at a point where I've identified them. And even over the entire year, I hadn't got my finances with online shopping and the lottery and stuff in order. I had a little bit, but not completely. So I said, right, this January, we're having no soda, no energy drink. That's diet soda either. No energy drink, no lottery, no scratch cards. We're just doing that for a month. I've got the willpower. We'll see what happens with the future. That's not me being sneaky now, saying I'm going to do a year without that or I've stopped it, whatever. Just for myself, I said January, we're not doing any drinks, lottery, whatever. So yeah, just to have like a good January. So talking about money, you'd think I would have saved money not drinking. I didn't. I actually spent more and used my credit card more and accrued some debt that I'm now paying off. I think because I was distracting myself and I was spending, say, too much online shopping in the lottery, but it just made me realise that the alcohol, I sort of always had money for it. And so until, I guess, the end, when I was doing shops online with credit card, like grocery delivery shops, and then, of course, you pay top-tier prices for alcohol and delivery, which is stupid. Yeah, it made me realise I've had a bad relationship with money. So that's something I'm really crushing this year. whatever your crutch behaviours and emotional bad habits and things are, if you cut out alcohol that's a problem for you, you'll see the root cause of other stuff. I guess that's why I was drinking, to stop certain feelings, and all these little bits all add up to it, and it all comes together to a horrible perfect storm. So yeah, take out the alcohol and see what your other behaviours and crutches are. And yeah, the whole future, not drinking. Wow, am I going to drink again? I had ideas of getting my Rammstein vodka out that I've still got in the cupboard that I put in my other video, and having some of that here with you, buying some cheeky single malt whiskey and having that here with you. But I am, not gonna lie, I'm scared of drinking again. I know that it's that one drink will flow through my brain and somehow loosen it up and slow it down. Dum Dum juice, I started calling it, alcohol, which I don't want to start calling it on here because my family drink, my girlfriend drinks, doesn't make anyone dum-dum. Well, I mean, it does, it makes everyone a dum-dum, but it makes me a dum-dum. So for me, mentally, I started calling it Dum Dum juice, and it's like, I don't need any Dum Dum juice right now. And I just know that one drink would go over me, and I would drink, I don't know, I could handle a whole bottle of vodka in an afternoon like I used to do as normal, and I'd probably drink that whole bottle of vodka over the course of an afternoon, evening till midnight, and either I'd be sick from it or I wouldn't, but then I'd wake up probably a bit grubby, hungover, wouldn't go to the gym, feel a bit sorry for myself, have some junk food, then probably do the same again. I got a few days off, so I probably would have done the same again. But I'm scared. I don't want to lose control. It terrifies me, the situations I used to put myself in or ended up in, and things I don't remember myself in. I seriously have had a guardian angel in my life. I'm not going to get onto religion and stuff like that, but I've had 9 lives, like a cat with 9 lives. I think I've used them all up, and I am on thin, well, I was on thin fucking ice, my pedigree chums. I'm amazed I survived and got through what I did, and how lucky I was. Even though the bad stuff I've had and things, I consider things could have gone a lot worse a lot of times. Like, there's stories I don't want to share. Seriously, I'm lucky to be alive. I genuinely think that. So I don't want to, where I am now with my life, and say not everything's perfect, and I'm still paying off debt that I've even built up now this year when I'm being good. But I don't want to jeopardise where I am. So that is one thing. And then I think, I've done a year. That means I can control it. I can do it. But I'm so sure that if I had that one drink, I would want a lot more. So is all this me saying I'm never going to drink again? What I know is that I'm moving house in a few months, maybe 3-4 months away, and no single penny I spend on alcohol is going to help me do that or buy furniture. So just from that financial point of view, I'm not spending a penny on alcohol, because it not only won't help me move, it won't provide me with furniture or anything like that. So I'm not drinking now for at least 3 or 4 months. But then I think, it'll be summer, and I want to have a six-pack, do some silly videos, like be lean for summer. So I'll then not drink for that, and that will probably get me to the 6-month mark. I want to enjoy summer, making videos and feeling good, looking good. So that might be the 7th month, and then again, it'll be going to the end of the year. I think, I want to end the year strong and have a good, strong life and be doing motivational, good, healthy content for people. So that might take me to the end of the year. So is that how it goes? Do I just need reasons to not drink? Is that it? Is that how people do this sober thing? You have reasons to not drink that are better than drinking. And if Satan decides to trash my life and swallow up my existence, so I'm destitute on the streets and got nothing to live for, then maybe I'd drink. But at the moment, I've got reasons to not drink. So all I was saying concrete for now is that I'm not drinking until I've moved house. I know that. And then I'm sure when I'm there, I'm going to be like, wow, this is incredible. We're building a life together. I'm not going to fuck this up. And that'll inspire me not to drink for a bit there. And I don't like saying the word like sober implies you stop living, you stop boring. I am mad as a fucking hatter. And I still make all my funny videos. I put one up like a week or so ago, me chatting to a fake alligator. It's going to hit about 300,000 views. Like, sober as a bird. Yeah, that's just fun and silly. I've embraced me being me. I always have, and I always did anyway. But then sometimes I thought, at the beginning of this year, I need the drink to do all this. And you really, really do not. That's the thing. You really do not need that drink. I think I've covered everything on my post-it notes here. This has been a long talking video. I might upload it to other TikTok and whatever and break it down into little bits, but I think here it's just, this is it, this is the chat. 1 year sober, what did I learn, what did I experience? And I journaled, actually kept a diary, writing down something every day, what I did, and also on my laptop typed stuff with the view maybe of potentially doing that book thing, but then I sacked it off. But I kept journaling, and I've got stuff every month, loads of stuff, so I think I will somehow collate it and put it together in a book. I don't want to say that when that's released or what it might be called or anything, but this is something I think I'm thinking about, I am going to bloody do it, I am doing it. Yeah, I think I've hit a lot of stuff here, I've mentioned a lot of things. Thank you for your support, guys, like throughout the year. Again, so I didn't mention I'm doing a year. Did I mention it in Wales with Sean? I think I might have just been saying I was doing 6 months when I was with him. Yeah, I wouldn't have said a year because that was before the 6 month mark. But the comments I've got when I've done my 1 month sober and the 6 month things, the comments have been great and uplifting. Yeah, you guys help me. Like when someone turns around, I've never met someone out there in the world, it's a crazy, it's a shitty, tough, horrid world a lot of the time, and social media and the news and TV is just toxic as all hell. There is light, hope, joy and good out there, and when people comment and say I've helped them, the fact that I can put some good out there and try and create something to do good, and the fact that I can help people is incredible. So thank you for letting me know that. It was an emotional year. It was. And it's an emotional life. I'm not going to ramble anymore. I've spoken a lot. I hope something in this video connects and reaches someone. If you think you have a problem with alcohol, you probably do. Just stop it for a little bit. And I'm saying, if you do drink in moderation, I don't want to become preachy, like my girlfriend drinks, I've sat with her, she's been drinking, it's not a problem. My family have drinks, my workmates, my friends have drinks, like it's not an issue. I have my alcohol still that from the year before, my Rammstein vodka I don't want to get rid of, like symbolically as a bottle. There's alcohol in the house. I've flicked the switch, and I've still been able to live a full life, and I'm not belittling you or thinking that I'm better than you, that I don't drink. I have a problem. I had a problem. I've looked at the problem, and I am dealing with that as I move forward with life in a positive way, and I want to share that with you. And here we go. Here's where the rambling starts. I had structure and order, and now the rambling starts. If you want to drink and you're drinking and you can, that's good for you, but some people can't, and at the moment I can't, I won't allow myself to do that. Thank you for listening to this. Please like and comment if you do, because this has been a big talking video, and I want to help people. And I don't want people to feel trapped or low, abandoned, alone, deserted. It will be tough, it will be emotional, but you can do this, you can get through it, you're not alone. Shoot me a comment or a message on Instagram or something, and I'll reply when I can. You're still here, don't give up. You're still here, don't give up. Always keep fighting. Motivation. 1 year sober, I did it. Let's rock this year, guys, whether you're sober or not. Eat healthy, take deep breaths, face your emotions head on, get in the gym, do something physical, go for a walk, improve your relationships with people, improve your life. Thanks for watching, everyone. Look after yourselves, take care, and be rad.